Hello everybody and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Try It Tuesday and we're going to try coloring on top of a painted background. So I painted this with watercolor paint. It is on watercolor paper, so it's not very toothy because this paper is very thin. Um, and it printed just fine over top of it, which is great. And if I rub it, it doesn't come off, which is also great. So we will be using the Prismacolor pencils on top of the paint. And I will try different areas where the paint is thicker and where it's thinner and that sort of thing, and try to cover up the paint or blend into it and to create the effects that I want. All right, so I'm going to switch over to the close-up camera so we can see the little biggie. And we're going to go into our Prismas here and we're going to pull some pinks. So the first one I'm going to use is Process Red, which is a dark pink, and Hot Pink, as well as this one here. So these are the ones that I'm going to start working with. And we've got some blues in there. We've also got some red in there. And down here on her foot, we've got some green. So we're going to start with our Process Red in her shadowy areas. And the reason why I chose the Prismacolors to do this is because the Prismacolors are very opaque. They do cover things quite nicely. And they're smushable. So on very smooth paper, you can smush them together to blend them if you need to. All right, so it seems to be going over top of the paint quite nicely. Not getting a lot of bumpiness, which I kind of expected. Now this is just the first color, and I know it looks a little bit red, but once I'm done adding the other colors, it will calm it down a little. Okay. Sorry that the film is a little bit late today. Unfortunately, I woke up with a bit of a headache. So I went and laid down hoping it would go away. And yeah, it did not. And I overslept. Now I've got the sniffles as well. It's just not my day. Alright, so there is our shadowing areas. Now we're going to add the rose, which is pink. We're going to bring those shadows out. I'm going to go right over top of that Process Red. I do apologize. My phone just vibrated. So again, I will be doing another video sometime soon. Now I'm going to go through with the Actually, I don't want the hot pink. The hot pink's a little bit too bright. Let's go with this one here, and we're going to sharpen it. I think the hot pink might be a little too bright. He's already looking awfully dark, pinkish, so we're going to tone it down a little bit. Now I'm going to use this one here, which is Deco Pink, to blend it all together. And I'm going to press a little bit harder, meshing those colors together. Now I did try to blend on top of this, and it did blend just fine with a blender if I needed to. But I think just going over it with the lighter color will blend it fine. And just going to get rid of that harsh line back there. I'm not sure if I'm too shadowed there, but hopefully not. And this is from Ruth Sanderson's Mother Goose Rhymes book. And this is the little piggy that went wee 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 all the way home. So if you don't remember the rhyme, it goes, this little piggy went to market, and this little piggy stayed home, and this little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none, and this little piggy went wee 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 all the way home. And it was something that our mothers, and we did it to our children, did with our little toes. Growing up, my mom used to do it all the time. Making our little toes little piggies. Alright, so as you can see, this little piggy's face is almost all done. We've still got her eyes to do, but we'll do that here in a minute. Now, I'm going to do the same thing down here, but we're going to not use the processed red. We're going to use the hot pink instead. For her hands. I think the process red was a little too bright. And then we're going to go in with the rose right over top of the hot pink. These pinks on this paper are very, very vibrant. And then we're going to go in with the Deco Pink. Like so. And go right over everything, blending those pinks together. Oh, I don't think I put the other pink down here. Hold on. Let's put a little bit of this in there too. And then blend that in like so. Alright, and then we're going to do the same thing down here with her feet. We're going to take the hot pink and do the top areas. Get those shadows in there. Although I think that's her hoof and doesn't need a shadow there, but let's see if I can find an eraser. Of course not. Every time I need my eraser, it disappears. Okay, so I have this one. This will work. Because we want it to be down here, but not right on top of her hoof there. Alright, now we're going to go in with the pink on this side. I've got to put the hot pink on that side where the hoof comes down. And we're blending that into the hot pink. And then this side as well. And her little fingers there should have been black as well, but not going for hyper-realism, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Because it is a piggy that is dressed in a dress going wee 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 all the way home. So I don't think we're going to get hyper-realism here. Just saying. Just going to feather that in so that we don't have a harsh line there. Alright, so there's our piggy's little feet. Now, I'm not liking this one very much. It's not looking very pink, so I'm just going to go over it with a little bit of that pink. And then again with the deco pink just to blend it in a little bit. Like so. Alright, now we're going to do her dress, and we're going to do her dress in blue. Oh, welcome color time. Thank you for subscribing. Alright, so we're going to do, let's start with this one here. Indian Anthron Blue. Indian Throne Blue. India, whatever. It's a dark blue. But first we're going to do the white. So we're going to sharpen our white really sharp, and we're going to get a gray because all of these areas here are white, but we also want a gray for the shadows. So we need a cold gray in the mediums. So I think 50% cold gray will be a good one. Okay, so I've got it nice and sharp too. And we're going to come in here and we're going to gray out the shadow areas and her pantaloons here. So this area here is her pantaloon. And as you can see, there's some green on the edge of her pantaloons as well as on her ruffle of her skirt. So we're just going to put some gray there. And then we're going to come in a little bit where the pantaloons fold. And put some gray there. Like so. And we're going to dust it off. And we're going to come in with the white. And we're going to blend that in. To that green. And dust it off. And then we're going to come back through again with another layer of the gray. And what we're doing is we're building that color on top of that green, eliminating it. So we're just going to build this up here. This part here is going to be where that edge of the ruffle is. And this area here is also going to be an edge. Dust that off. And then we're going to go and we're going to pull that in to that white. Now we've got a little ruffle edge here. I should have done it first, but that's okay. And we've got a ruffle edge here as well. And up there. Definitely down here. What that is just a shadow of the fabric for where the fabric is moving. Like so. And this is gray here. That's hiding behind her pantaloons there. Now this part here is her pantaloons, so we're going to put the gray under her ruffle. And this part here is also pantaloon. This is the back of her skirt. Got to put in her breeches. Alright. Now I'm gently going to move that gray into some white. Not eliminating the gray. eliminating the paint color in the white. Take some more of that gray here. And I will probably add a bit of blue to that since it is the blue part of the dress. So let's put a little bit of blue in there too. Since that part is above the white area. Then we're going to put the gray on top of it, blending it in. So it's this part of the back of the dress. And our pantaloons. Like so. Alright, now we're going to work our way up into the dress. So as you can see, the dress has little spots. Now we can do this afterwards with some gel pen, or we can do it now. And we may come back through with gel pen later, just to add them back in. Doing it this way gives me a better idea when I go over it where the spots are. And it's just little dots on her dress. Alright. So I'm just getting that in there first, so that when I go over it, they'll stand out a little better, so I can see them better. That's the bow tie. Just getting the separation there between the bow tie and the neck area. And that is her scarf. And this is the back of her dress. Alright. Okay, let's sharpen this one up. So I'm going to do up her dress, and then we're going to do her little hooves. I'm going to do the purse the same way as I'm going to do the dress here. So we may do it a little bit of a lighter color. In the blues, but it'll still be matching to her dress and that sort of thing. So in the next couple of days, I have a couple of problems that I'm trying to work out how to deal with for the giveaway. So in the next couple of days, keep an eye out for a video and that says thank you for your subscription, for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing is probably what it will say. Keep an eye out for that video, and during that video you will get the information on how to join into the 2,500 subscriber giveaway. So stay alert for that. I only ask that if you already have the Phoenix colored pencil set, that you do try to let somebody else. Oh, I've been off screen the whole time. Sorry, guys. You do try to allow somebody else who doesn't have them a chance to have them in their collection, because they are a lovely set of pencils and everybody should have them in their collection. Alright, so I'm coming through here with the dark blue in the really dark areas. So the deepest areas of the dress here, I'm using that darker blue. Where the skirt is flying up a little. I'm trying to keep it on screen for you. It's a very small image, so I'm trying to keep it nice and big for you to see, but still keep the areas that I'm working in visible as well. This one is a fairly small image, so it would be one that would normally take me about an hour to color from start to finish. So that's why I chose this one, because I wanted to make sure that it was something that I'd not bore you all to tears coloring. But the one downside to it with doing it on camera is there's not very many colors required for the actual coloring. So you need a dark, a light, and a medium. For your colors. And there's only three or four colors. So as you can see here, where I went over that white with this dark blue, the white still stood out, which is what we want it to do. Alright, I'm going to put some up under here, like so. Alright, now our medium tone blue, so we need a little bit more in here. Like so. Now for our medium tone, we're going to go with, that was pretty dark, so we'll go with Copenhagen blue. Actually, maybe we'll go with Copenhagen blue. So we're going to go with the Copenhagen blue. And as you can probably tell, I sharpen my pencils out quite sharp so that it will move into that paint. You can definitely do this with a dull pencil. I have I just don't like using a dull pencil. I have issues. I like them nice and sharp. Now this is just the medium tone, so I'm just working it into those medium areas. Oops, that was her bow tie. Which is fine because I'm going to do her bow tie with the blue as well. And this is going to be the dark color for the bow tie. So. As well as the scarf. So this part here is white, just like the ruffle. This part here is a scarf that she has over her shoulders. Like so. And that's her purse. Which is over this arm here. Okay. Like so. And then we're going to put this in the medium areas down here. Extending that dark blue out a bit. And getting those dark areas filled in, medium toned areas filled in, covering up that green. So when we're done, we shouldn't see any paint on the piggy. And I'm also going to show you with the balloon how to integrate that paint into the picture so that you can either utilize the paint colors that are there for the picture or go over it with your colored pencils. Again, I'm just extending that dark area into where all the shadows would be. The same thing I would do if the paint wasn't there. Sorry about that. The dog is hacking up something. Having a senior dog is interesting, I'm telling you. They make all kinds of noises that they never used to make. You take him to the vet. The vet looks like Shin's. Yeah, that happens. Are they supposed to make that noise? All right, I think we have her dress done in the blue for the medium and the dark. Now we're going to take our light and we're going to use, what's that one? Do we want light Cerulean blue? I think is the blue I want for that. Again, I'm going to sharpen it up. And this is going to be our blending color, so this is the color that we're going to use to move all those other colors together and cover up the rest of that paint. I may use a lighter blue for the bow tie. If you find that your light color is too light and is washing out your dark color, you just go back through and add a little bit more. Alright, I'm just blending all those colors together. Like so. And it does seem to work very nicely on top of the paint. So can you do a watercolor background and paint over it? I will show you here in just a minute how it looks on the big camera so that you can make that judgment. I personally think that it is something that you can definitely do, and it does give you good results. And it's fun to figure out. It's fun to play with. You know, sometimes you just gotta play and make a mess. Figure it out. You know, and if you guys prefer that I make the mess and you guys figure it out, then that's perfect for me, because then I get to play and you guys get to have the end results. And as you can see, I've gone over the white here a little bit, and the white is standing right out. So even if I color over the white, make sure that I get all of that blended in, that white is going to stand out. As long as I went deep enough, or, you know, put the white down with enough of a dot, it'll stand right out and the blue won't overtake it. So I'm using the light blue color here, the Copenhagen blue, light cerulean blue, sorry, to blend the other two blues together and create that shadowing and other effects on the dress. Hopefully I'm still on screen. We got to do her little hoofs as well. And we're just getting the last panel of her dress here done. Alright, now we're going to dust that off. And as you can see, the green is no longer prominent in this area. There was a lot of green in the front of the dress from the green paint area there. Alright, I think I need a little bit more back here. And up here on the arms, let's fill in all that white spot there. Like that. Now for his bow tie, her bow tie, sorry, I'm going to use Sky Blue Light. And then we're going to move on to the balloons. The purse I'm going to do the exact same way. We'll do her hooves as well. Those are going to be black with a bit of gray. We've already got the gray out, so we might as well. I want a bit of this one here and there, like that. And then we're going to take the sky blue light and we're going to do our lighter areas, like so. Because I don't want her bow tie to get lost in the ruffle there. And then we're going to add some gray into the shadows. Like so. And then we're going to take our white and blend that down a bit. There. Like that. And now we need our black and our gray. So we're going to put our gray here. Right here, right here. And then we're going to put our black through here. Let's make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And same with over here. And we're going to put a little bit of black in between these ones here. to go for that. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of this one. A little tiny bit of magenta. We're going to do her tongue. And then a little tiny bit of the Copenhagen blue. And do her eye. Like that. Now we're going to take some green. Now we're going to go with a darker green than is already down because we've got some grass in there. So we need a dark green. What's this one? Ah, dark green. Go figure. So we're going to take dark green and I'm going to sharpen it. Now I've got a bit of a split in this one, so I have to be careful when I sharpen it. And we're going to hopefully not break our pencil. And we're going to just do up some of the grass here and the shadow under her foot. Like so. And then we've got our other grassy area going up the hill there. Now for the balloons. So we're going to work with the balloons here for a bit. And we're going to take some processed red and we're going to outline this balloon here. Come down through there. And go up through there. So we're going to use what is here for us. I'm going to take out some of that yellow. On that side, but we're going to leave it brighter. So it's not going to be as dark. See how dark it is here and how light it is here. And we're going to keep that lighter from this light here hitting the balloon. And then we're going to take a little bit of yellow from this explosion here. Basically what I'm going to color these as is fireworks in the sky. So the fireworks are going off and giving glows to the balloons. This one here we're going to do in yellow. So I'm going to cover up the red here with a bit of orange. Oh, I need a little bit of red for that balloon. For the base there. That comes down this way. Trying to make sure that it's all together there. Blend those two colors together here. So it looks like one whole balloon. So I'm going over the red area with the yellow. So another thing I thought about doing was possibly going over these areas here with more balloons, but I think they look better as fireworks, like she's running from a party home because she's late. That's my interpretation. So now we're going to use goldenrod for our dark areas. So where the boomies are happening and where the shadow is on the front side. Now I did the light so that I could see where those shadows would be, and to see if I could cover up some of that red. And the red did cover up a little bit, so it's not too bad, but it does give us that balance, that flow over that you get when you have light going through one balloon onto another. Gives us our color shadow for the balloon in front. Alright, now we're going to go over it again with the yellow. So this is Deco Yellow that I'm using for the yellow. And I'm just going to make sure that all of those colors blend together and give us a nice bright yellow balloon. Like that. Then we're going to take our black and we're going to draw our strings for the balloons. Alright, I'm going to switch it over to the main camera here. Oh, let's just finish her purse. It's not going to take long. I want to finish her purse. I want it all to be done. It's almost done, and we haven't been going for a whole hour, so it won't take long to finish up her satchel here. I do have to put in the white dots before I forget and end up with none. Just like the fourth little piggy who had none. Alright. I'm going to sharpen this up. Nice point. Nice a sharp point again. So that we can get in through here. Like so. And under here, just in the darkest areas because we've got a medium tone to finish it off. Keeping it separate from the dress. Alright, and we're going to go in with our medium tone, which is the Copenhagen blue. And get that color in there. And then we're going to put in our light cerulean blue, starting in the dark, working our way into that light area. Blending those colors together. Oh, sorry guys, I was off screen again. I don't know how long I was off screen, but I do apologize. Now I want just a little bit of that dark blue back in here. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of that back. Just to give us our movement of the bag. Like so. Alright, and then we're going to do the white part. So this part we need to put some gray. Oh, and we need to finish off the handle. That was silly. And then this one. There we go. So we've got some gray here. And we've got this here. So we've got some curves there as well. Like that. And then we're going to take our white and we're just going to blend that all together. Like so. And there we have our little piggy. So I'm going to switch you over to the main camera here so you can see how that little piggy is standing out from the background because we've added the color, and I was able to color over top of the color, which gave us a nice crisp figure on top of the paint, which is awesome. So can you do a watercolor background, let it dry, print and color on it? In my opinion, yes you can. Just choose a picture and choose the colors that go well together. If I was to say print a picture of some lady's face, I may not be able to pull this off as easily, but it's still doable. You can still color over top of your painted area. All right, guys, with that, I think we have tried it, and I think it has been successful. Of course, I will post this in the in my Discord, or not my Discord, my Instagram, as well as on Facebook. Thank you, Ruth Saunderson, for, of course, giving us our 40% off coupon. And, of course, we will be seeing her tomorrow for our live event. With that, everybody, have a wonderful day. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And always remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Until next time, bye-bye for now.